Okay, so let's talk about the electrical system in Cliff Lite. So this is our battery and inverter, and this is the power button, and when you push it, it will show you where you are at. So right now, Cliff is running on shore power, so nothing is going out on the output. And we do have some solar coming in on the input, and he is charged to 99%. But again, right now we are running on shore power, which means we are hooked up to a outlet. So back here is how you tell what type of power. You go ahead and zoom in so you can see that this knob is pointed to shore and the power is available. There's also power in the battery, and if I switched this to inverter, this inverter battery that I just showed you would be powering Cliff. Now, if you had no shore power and your battery here is dead, then you would want to switch to the generator, and you would just put the knob on the generator. If for some reason you want to cut all power to Cliff, to the van, you would just turn this to off, and then nothing would be going to the van. Now, there's one more thing to know about the power, the inverter here. So you've been hooked to shore power for a while. This gets fully charged and it will turn off. If nothing comes in, if there's no input, and if there's no output, it will turn off. So if for some reason you try and move to the battery and you are not getting any power in the van, what you want to do is come back and hit this power button, and then hit the AC on off button right here. The power button, hit that first until you have a display, then hit the AC on off until this light is on, and that will mean that you then have power coming from here going to the van, as long again as back here it is set to inverter. So that is just one little troubleshooting thing that you may run into. Again, if you haven't run the inverter, had any output or input to it for a little while, it will turn off and you will need to re-engage it. Okay, so let's say you are hooking up Cliff to shore power. So you get to your campsite and you lift the electrical box, and you are going to see that there are different breakers for the different outlets available. And we are a 30 amp, which at this campground is number 1. So first you would turn off the breaker. Right now it is on because we are using it, but you would have it flip down just like the other ones. You would plug in the green handle to there, and then the other end of the cord you would plug into Cliff Lite. The outlet is on the driver's side, and you would just go ahead and plug that in just like a regular power cord, except it is a little weird. The male side is under that cover, and so we just don't usually see it that way, but that is actually how it works. So then once you have plugged that in, you can go back over to the power, flip your breaker on, and you should have power inside of Cliff. You can tell that for sure by the microwave saying PF. Now, if you don't, remember to go back to that inverter inside in the back and just make sure that it says that the knob is turned towards shore power and that it shows as green.